Once upon a time, deep in the greenest, wildest jungle, there lived a boy named Mowgli. He was a man-cub, a child of man. Yet his parents were the wolves who raised him with love and care. But one day, the jungle faced its greatest threat, the evil tiger, Shere Khan, who vowed to kill the man-cub and all the animals that helped him. So, the wolves called an emergency meeting. All the animal families gathered together. They were scared, very scared. Even the biggest, strongest animals, the elephants and the monkeys, were afraid of Shere Khan's ferocious claws and teeth. Mowgli, too, was scared when he heard Shere Khan's evil plan, but then he remembered what his parents had taught him. They told him that if he was ever in danger, he must go to the highest point in the jungle and call out for help. So Mowgli climbed up the tall trees and called out, "Oh, friends, come and help me. Only the bad tiger wants to hurt me. We're coming." "Mowgli," roared Baloo, the big brown bear, "don't worry, little friend. We will save you. Soon." Bagheera, the wise Black Panther, reached the top of the tree and said, "Don't be afraid, Mowgli, you are not alone." Then, taking the burning torch from him, she placed it in his hand and said, "Now hold this high, my brave cub, and do not let it go out." Then the panther jumped down into the bushes and disappeared. Mowgli felt a little better, knowing that he wasn't alone, but he was still scared. What am I supposed to do? He wondered. Just then, the ground began to shake and the leaves rustled in the wind. Slowly, a huge tiger with glowing eyes emerged from the trees. It was Shere Khan, the striped tyrant. Seeing the torch in Mowgli's hand, Shere Khan snarled, "So, you are the man-cub. I have been looking for you, little one." "Well, I found you," said Mowgli, though his voice trembled. "And tonight, you will be mine." "Man-cub," snarled Shere Khan. "Not to fear, but to freedom," said Mowgli, surprised by his own bravery. The tiger took a step forward, and Mowgli held out the torch. "Shere Khan, if you take another step toward me, I will burn your whiskers off." The tiger stopped. Could the little man-cub really hurt him? Then Shere Khan charged, but Bagheera was there, growling fiercely. She had returned with more friends. There was Baloo, the bear, Kaa, the python, and all the wolves of the wolf pack. Together, they surrounded Shere Khan, but the tiger fought bravely. He scratched and bit and clawed and sent the animals sprawling. One by one, they gave up the fight and ran away, except for Bagheera and Baloo. They stood beside Mowgli, growling and snarling, until finally the tiger turned tail and ran. The torch fell from Mowgli's hand and went out. He cried, "Oh dear, what shall I do? What shall I do?" But Baloo put a paw on his shoulder and said, "Don't be afraid, son, it is over now." Then he turned to the others and said, "The jungle is safe once more." From that day on, the animals lived in peace. They loved their little hero, Mowgli, and called him the man-cub of the jungle. No one was more proud than Baloo and Bagheera. They had known all along that Mowgli would one day become the heart of the jungle. They had seen the bravery in his eyes, the kindness in his heart. He was no longer a helpless child. He was part of the jungle, and the jungle was part of him. One evening, as the sun set over the tall trees, Baloo put his paw around Mowgli's shoulder and said, "You are not only our son, but the heart of this jungle." Mowgli looked up at him, his eyes shining. "I will always belong here," he whispered, "with my family, with my jungle." And so, the story of Mowgli, the man-cub, came to an end. But his legend, the legend of the boy who became the jungle's heart, will live forever. The end.